Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Very good morning. And where are the submissions?
Sir, I checked yesterday. I couldn't find any submission for the model.
That folder. Okay, folder. I asked like mail me directly. Okay, just give me a
Okay,
second. I'll create the folder now only. Just give me a
okay.
second. Assignment. Okay, folder is ready. If you want, you can upload there. Okay, I have picked the folder, or you can mail me directly. That's also fine. Okay, so now we basic stuff, basic things like what details and lines and everything is ready, but we need to add couple of more details like it's on the floor, so there should be slightly some dirt contact information. It's a pot, so there are always contact information. Plus here contact information everywhere. Basically, wherever it's connecting, you need to have some amount of contact information, contact detail, dirt or something. So how to create that? So let's do those things really quickly. Open my PSD. Okay. Now, where is my so I can see my UV and you can see all the dirt and all these sections. So I need to a base part should be slightly darker and little dirty, weathering. That's how it works. So let's we have to add those dirt and all. So let's add a little bit of dirt. So I can just search for some dirt texture. So you can use dirt texture from Google also. You can see all this dirty effects or this kind of like dripping effect, all this thing. I can choose and check. Save image. It's a PNG desktop. Very nice. What kind of PNG with this nonsense? I cannot open it, so I have to open the site and then download. Okay. Yeah, this one is PNG. Nice. If it's PNG, it becomes easy because it's a transparent background. You don't have to do much. Just simply drag drop that and use it. So I can use it directly. So direction wise, control T, flip vertical, scale it, place it there and change. See, I can add overlay, will blend very nicely. So let's see. Vishesh also joining. So I'll duplicate that and apply it here also. Some amount of dirt. Similarly here. And wherever you're applying, make sure keep it little extra. And wherever it's, you see it's like extra coming here and it will create a problem. So I'll remove it from that section. I'll blend. Let's see. Let's check it how it looks. If I want, I can double it also. Double is too much dirty. Let's see. So you can see the dirt came and there's something extra here. That is something to fix. See, we got dirt, and for this surface also I need to add some dirt. This is here. So I can just simply import it again. Overlay. Station Praveen also joining. Because of this, its problem is happening. So either I blend it or I erase it. Little dirt. So you can see those dirt I generated. So those corner information is very important. Plus, I can see there is a seam. So those things also have to fix. And where is my pot here? My bad. I duplicate this layer once again. Control T. See, got dirt. So let's search for some other few other dirt. Something like this. Little dripping effect. Copy. Paste it. Invert, or maybe let's keep it like this only. So this area also have a, because it's a water body, so there will be weathering here. Oh, this section is not visible, right? It should be here. multiply. Yes, multiply works perfectly. So check all the blending mode, whatever works for you, and then use the eraser and remove it from wherever you don't want it or need it. You see, you got this dirt here. Similarly, for this part also, if I want to add some dirt, I can definitely add it. For all these sections also, if I want to add, I want to add little dirt here, dirt there. So it will be again align it nicely. It's too strong. Let's make it little light. Yes. So you can add all those dirt, and this part also needs some amount of dirt. You can see it's ending abruptly. It's too strong. Move it. I just duplicated that. See, it's a little lighter. So add some weathering, add some dirt. Multiply. And add, make it look really little old, weathered, but this looks really nice and clean. So for that, I cannot have dripping effect. I need some other kind of dirt for that, something random. And you can see, like if I want, I can use something like this also to create this mossy effect and all. It's in texture.com. From texture.com also I can download. See, it's masked. So I want this. Okay, I have to be, oh, I don't have a login. I don't have a login for this, so I cannot download. I'll create a login later. So let's see. Looks a little too noisy. So avoid noisy textures or make it a little smooth, or try to search something which is like very specific and like similar to the kind of texture you're looking for, similar to that. Search for something similar. This looks fine. Copy, multiply. So I want to make all this orange part bit dirty. Looks pretty clean. It's too much. You can see it's too much and blurry. I don't like it. Delete. Or I can use Pixel Bridge also. It have this nice amount of dirt textures. Let's see. So for searching dirt, I'll go to decal map because decals are basically transparent like maps with alpha. Let's see some amount of mossy effect. Let's see. No, I didn't like it. Debris. Oh, sorry, I'm checking Atlas. So you can see I have moss around, but it's really prominent. This much moss I don't want. Still, if I suppose I want to use something, I can use it. Mask is also there. You can see diffuse also there. So if I want to, or I can use some other map just to generate that section. Um, let's see. Import both of them. Drag it on this. Then go to channel. Control. Click on any of the channel. It will select all the black and white part and Control J. Separate the mouse part and bring it here. See, I can bring it here very easily. This thing, and it's safety high quality texture. Remove all the corners so that it looks clean. I'll fix it later. No, this doesn't look nice. So there's no point. Mm, trims I don't want. All this rusty effect, dirt, imperfection. Let's check some imperfection. Yes, there's a lot of imperfections are there. It's like way too much. Let's see. Download. Let's see. All dirt and all. Rasterize the layer. But this is making everything dark. Reduce intensity. Slight imperfection, you can see. You see everywhere I'll get got those imperfection. So like this will create this thing nicely, add more details, as much as detail possible. So pay really close attention. Like okay, for this surface also I need to add a lot of detail. So let's do that first. Intensity I can increase. Get all this imperfection plus those two lines. Where is it? This is, I believe, this one. Merge, eraser, soft brush. So have imperfections, all those dirt and other things. So like this I create, and now if I want, I can add more ripple here, all those things. I can do that very easily. So some black patch. What is this? Just merge them together and keeping it as a one single solid layer. This one, erase it. Save. Okay. Now, like once I create all this thing, and plus this looks like super bright. Right click. Where is the bright color? Yeah, this one. Super bright. Push it down so that it blends nicely. You have the brighter parts. Now it's much better. Previously it was like super white and super like bright. And few things I need to modify, like this layer, cavity layer, I need to mask because it's creating all these issues. So brush,
Sir, Rohit is trying to join.
uh, where I cannot see him. Like he's joining from this link only or some older link.
Yes, sir, I sent him the same link.
I don't know. Like I haven't seen his notification. So if he's trying to join, I'll definitely let him in. And where are the submissions?
Sir, I just sent mine.
Okay. Like rest everybody, like where are the submissions? I haven't seen anything. You know, right? You without clearing this module, you cannot go move forward. Texturing is base. So if you don't know it, you cannot move forward. You have to realign again. Okay, Vish sent me something. Okay, no plus today. Plus. Okay. Where I haven't received anything. You uploaded it to Moodle or mailed me.
I sent it on Moodle, sir.
Okay, okay, Moodle. Let's check that. It's only one submission. Let's see. It's a FBX file.
Yes, it's an FPX file.
Where is the texture then?
Oh, okay. I'll include the texture as well then. Sorry. I thought only the model. No, my bad. I'll just zip it all together.
Okay, because this module is for texturing. This is not for
Right.
modeling, right? So
Right.
okay, this is re-upload it. Okay, So as of now, we just like, see, like detailing, for detailing there is no limit. Like you can like sit and make it super hyper realistic. You can sit and do one part at a time and add all those details slowly. You can do it and make it super highly hyper realistic. But there are a lot of maps are there to generate and make everything perfect. So how do we do that? So this is just a diffuse map. So suppose now I want to, if I go and check it, you can see I'm using a flat color version. If I use a default version, everything is super shiny, glossy. It should not be like this. We already have a normal, so let's see. So pick this thing. This is my map.
So I just had a doubt regarding the cracks. Like we used a diffuse texture for it, but like we don't have normals for it.
We'll create.
We'll create it. We're not going to use like an existing texture map.
We can like of course this thing for I use this base, like this base from Megascan, right? So I already
Right.
have a normal for that, so if I want I can definitely like use that. So but you should know how to create it manually also, like
Okay.
so I'll explain that also. Let's
I was looking for crack textures, but they were all like very large and obvious cracks, not like subtle cracks like the one that you had used.
this is I use from Megascan, so you have to check, like try it out, like you can see it's like it's kind of subtle smooth, so I liked it, so that's why I changed my texture. So I
Okay.
have a normal map here. If I want I can definitely use it.
I was looking for decals and atlases for cracks,
Oh no
so
no no,
those were not subtle at all.
those are not subtle at all. That's because decals and all, like that is something we use it in Unreal directly to projecting on the model.
Hmm. I thought I could use them for like detail by like manually placing them.
No, that is also can be done, but there is a problem. No, okay, there is a main difference
Yeah, you
between.
can't rotate the normal map, right? If you
Yes, yes,
90 degrees,
exactly.
you have to change the channels and stuff.
Yes, you cannot change the direction. If you change the direction, it will mess up your entire normal. So that is something we cannot do. So I can just simply overlay this, and you can see I fix, add this detail, and this is my diffuse, not diffuse, this is my normal. I can do it like this definitely, and close it. Let's see. Material. I'm using a basic. I'm not using a physical material. I'm going to use. I can use a physical material. Like, why not? Let's see. Hmm, where is my bump? So bump map is because okay, I'll show you basic only, but this will become otherwise very complex. So I'm using a standard legacy basic material maps, diffuse to diffuse color, is back. And now for normal, click on the bump, make it 100%. No maps, click on this and then scroll down. You can see there is something called normal bump. Double click it. Now apply your normal map here. So max works little differently. That's why you have to do it like this. So if I do it and let's see, can I see any cracks or anything? Not visible. Just to see it, if I go to high quality, now it should. Like you see, normals are visible. But it's creating all this shading because the normal I have used, it's not based on this model. So I have to generate this model's normal also. So how do I do it? This is my diffuse map. Select your diffuse map. So I have to generate my normal map. So let's see, I have 3D. Okay, 3D is there. Yes. So Control Shift Alt E, merge, like copy merge your diffuse map. Control Shift U. This is a traditional technique of doing it. This is not the new latest technique. We don't create it like this. We do it manually one by one layer, and we bake everything basically. This is like here, like traditionally what we do is we copy the diffuse map, and black will convert into a depth, and white will become your like all engraved part. So you can change this, then make it like little bright and light. This, and then go to 3D, sorry, go to filter, 3D. You can see generate normal map. Let's see that I've never tried this one, height map. Let's see. If I try it, what happens? It's creating height map, yes. No, 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 not all. So I'll just change this to 3D normal map. It will generate a normal map based on the diffuse. Now go to normal, switch on your base normal, whatever we have baked, take it there and overlay it. So this is how you blend two different material, two set of material, two set of normals. You have to overlay. You cannot multiply, cannot soft light, cannot do anything else. It has to be overlay always. And now I can see there's a lot of shading, right? A lot of like bright colors happening. So reason what happens whenever you change the overlay any normal, it removes the blue channel information. So what you have to do, I'll just simply make it rasterize, make it rasterize. Now these two are overlays. So double click the first one, open the layer, this layer style, and switch off blue channel. So it won't affect blue channel. Switch on this, double click, open, switch off blue channel. Now you can see now it looks correct. Let's apply this. So generated, you can see all the information. And you can see all this black, this thing is happening because of the base layer we have baked in Marmoset substance, I believe. I don't remember exactly. So for this, I want to keep the blue. So now this is, you can see, now it's clean. See, now it's clean because it was that texture is from substance and it works differently. And this is from your like basic texture. We generate all the information, and you can see like all depth and all those things. You can see it very clearly here now. Still everything is like you can see it's generated, and I need to apply emissive also in this, but this is gluing. Self illumination. For this I have to apply that emissive map we have created previously. Apply it. Here it won't show anything, but if I render it out, F9, this will glue. So for that, we'll use Marmoset for render. And now I need to create a specular map for this also. So this entire thing is ready. So I just simply duplicate my base diffuse, Control G, name it as specular. Specular map, and I will apply a hue saturation and make everything desaturated. So in specular, whatever anything is black is matte, anything is white is glossy. And it's a like old technique of doing texture. Nowadays we don't use specular, we use roughness. Roughness is the property of the surface, so it's more accurate. So I'll show both the.
What is the
Yes.
difference between like specular, glossy, and roughness? I think like I understand roughness and glossy are like opposite, but I never understood what specular is.
The roughness and yeah, roughness and smoothness are opposite. Glossy is for the broader specular, like it's suppose you have a skin, right? In skin you have those micro details where you have those fine roughness, surface roughness detail, and plus you have a broad specular, like brighten up the area, so you use a gloss there to make it glossy. Then specular is basically, it's an old technique just to make that part shiny. That's it. There's no other, there's nothing else. Just to make that part shiny, we use specular, make it white, it shine, make it black, it's matte. That's very simple, straightforward.
Okay.
So specular is an old technique. So nowadays, yes, a few of the gaming like mobile game and all, they are still using it. And plus, if you have those stylized character, the stylized thing, for those also sometimes they use it. But nowadays we use roughness for most of the assets. It's very rarely use specular, but you should know, because what if you like need to create it? In that time you'll struggle. So it's a black and white version of a diffuse map basically. So dirt is basically non-shiny most of the time, until and unless it's a wet patch or something. So dirt is so if you make it black and white, so all dirt are already dark in color, so it won't shine anyways. Now you have all this pattern. Suppose I want to make it little shiny, or maybe this candle I want to make it little glossy. So I'll go. Let's see, where is my candle? Where I kept my candle? This one, yes. So what I'll do, I'll just make it a solid color. So this thing, where is it? Where is it? This one. So I'll remove this one. I'll select the candles, only the candle area, and add a level. This is a constructive way of doing it without messing up your actual layers. I can make it brighter. It should be more of a flat. So white, like wax is slightly glossy. It's not completely matte. So slightly light in color. Now you have all these designs. Suppose I want to make this design slightly this thing glossy. Then you see, I select this. Selection is there. Oh, that section is not required. Select this. One more level. Let's make it slightly brighter so it will shine. Similar manner, I want this gray. Okay, not this one. Yeah, okay. So this entire group. So I can merge this group. In diffuse, I need all the layers, but for this, I can merge them. Merge everything, select, and this layer. So this one, fill white. So now it becomes glossy. So let's try it out. Name it as specular. And specular and gloss is almost the same, but gloss again have like broader specular property, and it doesn't have any of the dirt and all those information. That is something we control with the help of roughness. So I'll apply this, and now this is specular level. So I'll apply this on specular level. So now you can see I have slightly normal information here, and now to check it properly, I can go to light. Let's see standard some generator omni light. Still not that shiny the way I wanted. But I can see all the normal informations are visible. And emissive is not glowing. That's strange. Still not glowing. This part. I made it like super white. Now you can see the glossiness, the shininess of the circle. Now it's visible. So now it's visible, but this is like a very old technique of doing creating this thing. Nowadays we use roughness. And roughness is like exactly opposite. Like we just have to define the surface property, and you can see here this is standard legacy. It's a legacy shader, and in this you can see there is no roughness option. It's not there. It doesn't exist here. Reason, it's an old technique of doing it. If you go to physical material, you can see you have a roughness option, because this is a new technique and new way of doing it. So we use roughness here. But problem with the physical material, you cannot render it, without rendering, you cannot see it. So you can create light and check everything. So, okay, so like this we create, it's a black and white version. So black is matte, white is shiny. So like this we generate everything and create. But if I want to create a roughness, so I'll name it just simply duplicate this one. Let's duplicate both. I name it as roughness. And this time, first thing first, I'll just make it matte. This thing will make everything black and white. And second thing, I'll apply a invert. I invert this. White is shine matte, black is shiny. That's how we define everything nicely. So if I create this, let's try it out. I just inverted it. I didn't do anything, nothing fancy. And the proper like roughness, you have to be very like cautious about the values and all, because it's very value like the amount of the color, like that's that gray value. It's very sensitive. Like slightly gray, like it will be a little dark, it will become shiny. Slightly lighter, it will become matte. It's very sensitive. So you have to start with a basic flat grayish color and then gradually add. So flat this thing, and then let's start with this. If I save it as roughness underscore R, R stands for roughness. Let's see. I just simply select this, apply this one, and roughness, apply it. copy, paste, roughness. You can see slightly, you can see, I can see it's like nicely glossy. You see nice variation here. It's way too glossy, so it's very sensitive to that. So what I do is I make it more matte. White is non-shiny, black is shiny. Ambient occlusion, everything is inverted already. So based on that, it will generate nicely all the details. Duplicate, make it a little matte. It's already matte. Their base is matte. And suppose this, I want to make it little shiny. So I'll make it, this is I want to make it, this orange color I want to make it little shiny. And this base, I want to make it really matte. But it's too shiny. This one, base, let me rasterize it. Control U, make it, because it's already I have applied an invert. So if I make it dark, it will become light. Candle is super glossy. This much gloss is fine. This is not required. So see, it become matte. Only the glossy part is visible with all the dirt artifacts. If you zoom in, you see these fine details. On this surface also you can see nice fine details. And this is like way too matte. So I'll just control it slightly. Some amount of variation. Yeah, now you can see this is better. So slight glossiness. So you see specular is when I applied specular, it wasn't that prominent. I have it's everything is almost like a really bright, a lot of contrast. But in roughness, you see it's almost flat, but very little variation in gray tones. And based on that, only it generates everything, all the information. You see fine details. And if I place a light here, front, I can see all the roughness detail. So roughness gives you better result. That's why we switch from specular to roughness. You can see it gives you all this nice fine detail. Like you have better scope here. Like you can modify it and give it, make it really super realistic. And these lines, suppose I want to make them light, or don't want to make them like super bright or something glossy. Where is my that layer? Here, Control Shift, Control J, and Shift move up. Just to I want to see this, and I don't want to make these part glossy. Select similar, similar. Sorry, my bad. Reduce tolerance. So this part, suppose I want to make it super matte. Okay, this is I have to select manually. From diffuse, I can select, definitely select it. So let's this part. You can see it's black, so it's very shiny. So if I don't want it to shiny, I'll apply one more level and I'll make it white, almost white. Roughness. See, become matte. Okay. Why it's not showing? Now it's generating. You can see all those details are nicely visible. Maybe let's see backside. So you can see backside also we have a lot of information. If I increase the intensity and other things, you can see all the surface information, details, and everything. So like this, we'll modify everything and check. So each and every map you have to check separately and make sure it looks perfect. All the information detail. So easiest way, like this is like what like years of after practice I like I believe if you duplicate a diffuse and then invert it and then apply black and white and layer by layer, if you modify instead of merging everything together. Specular, I can just merge everything together and do it. But for roughness, if you layer by layer, if you modify everything, it gives you way better result and you have way more control over it. So it makes your life way easier and gives you better result also. And what is this? Okay, just these two things. So
So is there some kind of like reference sheet? Like if we are not sure approximately what roughness a material should be, we can just refer to it or something?
I guess no, there is nothing like that. Like it's just like based on the output, like a black, shiny, white, non-shiny. So you have to create it and apply and check it. If what happens in substance, you can like whatever you modify, you can see it directly there, right?
Right.
But in here you cannot see it. So it is an easy process. There's a short, like kind of a cheat is there. Like suppose I have this model. I guess I have already exported this. I don't know. Let's select this. This is like easy cheat. Export selected. This is my. I'll just save it and see here only. FBX. And if I create a marmoset file, I can then I open the file into marmoset viewer so I can see the instant update there. So let's see how we do it. This is your file. Drag, drop it here. So whatever is applied, it will automatically apply here also. So let's see. For this, I haven't created anything, any like material, anything. You can see like this, all matte. This one I need to apply all the colors. Make sure it's full white, and let's apply our texture. Diffuse to albedo color. Then gloss change to roughness. apply your roughness here, and specularity, you can see how specular. This is for metalness. So if you have a specularity here, reduce it, not 100%, maybe 50-60%. Still you can see you have the glossiness. This is so like, oh, that light also came. Delete. Pull it with the help of this, and normal I need now. Normal, apply it. So you can see all the normal information you can see here clearly. Now let's see. So only problem with this, you can see if I decrease this, like by default, usually we keep it like 0.5 kind of thing, but it's making this thing really whitish. So reduce it so that I can see all the colors and plus the glossiness. Then based on this, I'll save this file. Save this file. Everything is applied. So for this also I can control. Let's do it later. Save, and then go to this thing. Right click, open with, we have Marmoset tool bag. There is something called Marmoset viewer also. Where is my viewer? So I opened a Marmoset only. Marmoset viewer, right? Whenever you install Marmoset, you have this viewer also. Now open this thing in this file. So it's basically gives you a real-time preview. So you can keep working on PSD and save it, and you can see it directly here. Why it's not loading? It's not working like this. Just give me a second. Copy, save it. Okay, I cannot open it here. Oh, my bad. I have to save it as Marmoset viewer. That's save scene as Marmoset toolback. Where is it? Where it is? Export to Marmoset viewer. This option is there. So everything is high quality, lossless, and everything. High-res thumbnail and desktop. Or we can keep open, like keep this thing open and do it. That also works perfectly. Just loading. So you can see, I can see everything here. So based on this, I can go to my Photoshop. If I modify anything, let's see. I just change this invert. I just switched off. And go to viewer. Should load. Alright, it's not loading it automatically. Okay, it's not loading. I guess I messed up something. Oh no, it's loaded, right? Become glossy. See, it's everything become glossy. So everything become glossy, and like this you can modify, or you can just keep this thing on. Once you can see it's loaded, it's super shiny, super glossy, and I can just simply modify it, or like keep it in separate window, and then check it. This is you cannot resize. Click it, automatically loads here. So you can see the correct preview, and based on that, if you want to modify something, suppose I want to make those dirt, like whatever dirt I have added. I want to make those dots slightly brighter. I just merge them. See, let's merge them. I can make it slightly like darker. This is how you have to like apply and create and check it. It's like because manual texturing is a time consuming process. So you have to see each and every layer properly. And still I don't feel it's that shiny. I want to make it little shiny. So I'll make it. Go to Photoshop. Oh, correct only. But this should not be sRGB, it should be RGB only. See, got the gloss, all this effect. You create this like this. I'll generate all the effect. Try this thing out. If you face any problem, get back to me. I'll show you again how to create, and you can light it very nicely here, and you can see for such a ray tracing, it gives me very good quality result instantly. Sky, I can change something to day. Hmm, it generates everything. And for this also you have to create normal map and everything, so we'll do that. So for leaves and all, I'll show you a manual process, entire manual process, how to create it. You have to do a lot of paint and in Photoshop and generate all those detail, and all those cracks and all also will generate. There no need to have any mesh. Okay, I'll show this. Okay, oh, I have another class. Sorry, I have another class. I'll save it. I missed, like lost track of time. Just give me quick a second.
Sir, can you keep the doubt session class?
Yes. This Saturday we'll do it. We'll do it a doubt clearing session, and if possible, maybe tomorrow I'll see my schedule. If there's time, I'll definitely do it.
Can't we keep the doubt session class tomorrow in the daily class only?
But for that also we can do it. That's I'm okay with that. Like we can definitely do it. Absent, not absent. Ross was here. Rohit, I don't know. Rishi, no. Pranav, no. No. Praveen is here. Kiran also here. Debashish, no. We have Vishesh. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have another class. I totally forgot. 8 minutes past. Okay,
Thank
I'll
you.
see you guys tomorrow. We'll do a doubtful session. No problem.
Okay.
Okay.